Check, check.
Check, check, check.
1, 1, 1.
Quit my job because my boss is a jerk. Rather be. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, man? Are we live? Are we on right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, live. Hey,
We're just
you guys
hanging
hang tight. Yeah, hang tight on there.
Build an audience.
The boys are filling their bellies. They're going to come over here and get comfy and
Call your friends, all 3 of them.
all 3 of them friends. What's up, Nick? Oh, Nick P in the house. So first we're going to have Nick Pravanovac. I box your name every time, dude. Pravanovac? Pravanov? Hold on, we'll tell you put those on. Hold on. Go ahead, get those on so you can do it on my.
Let me try too. Like,
Okay.
you butcher it, then I think I got it.
What's up, Nick? Oh, Nick P in the house. So first we're going to have Nick Pravanovac. I'm getting a little bit of back feed.
Yeah, I don't know what that's.
I box your name every time, dude. Pravanovac? Pravanov? Can you hear it? We'll tell you put those on. Hold on. Go ahead, get those on so you can do it on my. Comes Keith. I'm getting a little bit of back feed.
Yeah, I don't know what that's. Backfeed feedback.
Box your name every time. Whatever it's called. Can you hear it? We'll tell you put those on. Hold on. Go ahead, get those on so you can do it on my. There you go. You'll figure it out. There you go. I'm getting a little bit of back feed. Oh, that's repeating too. There you go. Nice.
Ooh, that's nice.
Thank you.
All right, guys, Brad Fuller here. We got a special lineup tonight, right? So stop 3, Harris Chain, Dr. Fat Cat Newton,
Hey,
your host,
the MD.
AMD.
your past champion, rectum at Wright Patman, Keith Carson, 50 G's. His wallet's 50 G's heavier,
Yeah.
or was. I don't know if it still is.
And, somebody's bragging.
And our current AOY leader, Nick Pravanazak.
Oh, Zach.
That's
Pravanov.
perfect, yeah.
That's perfect. Did you say that's perfect? Perfect.
Nick
Perfect, you said.
Pravanazak.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
All right. Sorry, man. Don't hit me. I'm sensitive. All right. Are we kicking this bad boy
Let's
off?
do it, man.
First, can you tell where we're at real quick?
Yeah, guys, so we're at the Brick and Barrel, downtown Leesburg, 209 West Main Street, just a few blocks north of Venetian Garden, where we'll be doing our weigh-in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you guys are in town, come down to Brick and Barrel. They've been awesome, right?
Yeah.
Super nice people. Everybody's been very welcoming. A bunch of the gangs behind us, you can hear them flapping their yaps. But, yeah, man, Brick and Barrel, downtown Leesburg.
Good stuff. I just sat over here and watched Nick just scarf down a big old Philly chicken sub.
Chicken Philly. That was
You
awesome.
got a big old cheeseburger.
Yeah,
I'm over here sipping on water and chewing on that lemon. Don't feed me around here. All right, folks, here we go. Let's kick this bad boy off. As y'all know, Fat Cat Dude coming out to you guys. Keith Carson, Nick Pravanazak. And you got a lot of history here, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of history, man.
Yeah.
Break it down for us and just give us a little insight onto what we can expect this week.
Well, I would expect to see some big weights come in. I didn't have a very productive practice today. I was in an area of the chain of lakes that had a lot of boats. There's a lot of boat traffic. So for those of you who don't know, obviously tomorrow's Memorial Day, but down here on the Harris Chain of Lakes, this is a huge party lake. A lot of people park on islands and stuff and get drunk and whatnot.
Get down with it,
and have a great time. Yeah. But so part of my practice needs to be navigating boat traffic, and then knowing that if I go through an area that could potentially be good, knowing that just because I don't catch them when there's a lot of boat traffic doesn't mean I won't catch them come Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
And so it's real hard to decipher what's good and what isn't, what grass has been sprayed and what grass hasn't been sprayed, because I've also ran into that issue today. So I'm coming into a lot of variables that I'm not used to experiencing here. I don't fish here a ton in the summertime, although I am a local. It's just, I just don't fish here a ton in the summer. So So yeah, there's some new things I'm encountering too.
Well, touching on that, that's kind of like having a tournament this time of year. The tournament game normally slows down
Right.
in this area. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. I fish here a lot from January until April, and then past that time, usually I'm on a northern swing, fishing whatever I may be fishing. Usually it's not in Florida.
Right on.
And stuff. So, so this is kind of, although, like I said, although I am a local, it is a.
How, does that you feel you get a little extra pressure? So you're coming off a win, and you're also coming to be the one of the local boys here.
Right.
And from a lot of the chatter, you're one of the favorites.
Right.
I mean, does that weigh on you a little bit?
A
You got
little
that laid back debate.
Yeah.
I don't care. Not in a negative way. But you just seems like it doesn't take. You don't get bothered easily.
I try not to. I've noticed throughout my fishing career.
How about as a person? Have you always had the same demeanor? Like you've just been laid back, like the whole.
Since I've hit my 30s, I've gotten much better.
Right on.
I definitely could have been faltered earlier in my life,
I can relate.
Yeah, but now, you could say anything to me, and now, like, I know who I am to my core and like what my values are, and so. So things like dock talk don't affect me as much as they used to in my 20s or earlier in my career. People,
You two have very similar demeanors. You guys are very laid back and like you don't necessarily say a lot, but when you do, you always say something, right? Mm-hmm. I never hear either one of you talk ill of anybody else. Well, that can go for most of our anglers, but you guys are laid back. You do your thing and just make it happen. That's why you won one. You're sitting first AOY,
right.
Nick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your practice, man.
Jeez.
You're in the same wheelhouse as me.
We come across you on the water today, and you were out there, and we saw you in that one bay. You just didn't see what you were looking for. But how's practice going for you and your history on Harris?
I have no history on Harris other than we came down, Dan and I, about 2-3 weeks ago, whenever that off-limit period before that. And prior to that, I've never been to the Harris chain.
What do you think of it?
And, I like it. It's similar to, like, some of the lakes we have at home, like Portage Lakes. But
Ohio. He's from Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
OH.
IO.
But, it reminds me a lot of that lake up there. And it's just a chain of lakes, same thing. Got canals leading to each lake. And that lake up there is all idle, so it takes about 40 minutes to get from one end to the next, which is like around here. I mean, you go from Harris to Griffin, it's about an hour. So it's kind of similar. But as far as the fishing, I thought it was tough today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did. I didn't really – I mean, we had a lot of bites, but they were a lot of little ones.
What do you do to change that? Are you going to be able to change that? Does the weather change that? Does that change for Nick?
I think I'm going to change areas tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think what I saw today that I could duplicate better than what we did today.
What about what we saw last week with BPT coming here and how them guys were fishing and doing things a little outside of the box, fishing up against the walls and things of that nature? Do you think we'll have guys this week trying to do it to imitate what we saw last week?
Yes, absolutely. Speaking about that, I had a few areas that I had in mind to check out, and one of them was a canal that can typically get good this time of year. Some late spawners, some fish can get moving in that area, and there was a guy in MLF who fished in this particular canal that I had on my mind, and they only showed him for a few minutes, and he didn't even catch anything. And I thought, well, hopefully, people won't focus on that. So I go in that canal today to finish up, and there's 4 boats in there, and it's not a big canal. And I'm like, oh no, this is not good. So the MLF, it's got its negatives and positive. I watched the whole thing. I enjoyed it. They did catch a lot of fish there, in Harris though. So
do you watch it trying to just to pick things, just look? I mean, it's actually a tool, right? Did you watch any of it, Nick?
Yeah, I got a chance to watch a little bit of it, but I mean, it's like a practice tool. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not going to go out there and just try to duplicate anything, but you're using it as your practice,
right?
As well. It's current information. Anything current like that, you got to pay attention to make your own decisions.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
You touched on something earlier when we were talking about, which is that makes Harris Chain, I guess Florida, just unique as far as the grass kill and how they come in and kill grass. Mm-hmm. And you were saying once they spray the grass, that it doesn't take hold immediately. It's about that 5 to 10 day window. So if you roll up on a grass bed today that they sprayed yesterday and you didn't know they sprayed it,
Right.
you're like, wow, this grass looks juicy.
Yeah.
Then you go to mark it to come back during the tournament, and then it could just be how does that play into this tournament moving forward, the grass kill and things of that nature?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's going to play in heavily for guys. It played in for me today. I went to an area that I had thought was going to be really
much. Like, what's going on? What is it?
So I don't know exactly what the pesticide or chemical is that they're spraying. I know that it kills like pretty much everything except Kissimmee grass, as far as I know. But it's a seriously strong chemical.
And the fish will evacuate. Didn't it take the oxygen and does something to the water to where the fish
yes.
They roll out?
Absolutely. Well, some of them roll out, and then the ones that stay are lethargic, and it's confusing to me as a fisherman because you're fishing this area and you see, like, let's say it's shallow, for example. Maybe I'm throwing a topwater. You'll see fish waking your bait, but then when they go to eat it, it's like a half attack,
They're just not fully committing. They're just drunk,
right?
Just out of it.
And you might even have like 6 or 7 or 8 pounders chase it and try to eat it and not get it. So it's confusing because you're like, well, I know there's big ones here, but they're not committing. And then if you do hook one, you barely hook them. Your chances of losing them go up. It's just a real bad area to be in.
So there won't be a dead grass pattern going on here.
I doubt it. So once the grass dies and after the pesticide has gone away, you actually can fish a dead grass pattern here. But I don't think that will happen for this tournament.
Interesting. Okay, I was trying being facetious and you just tighten me up. All right. So we're talking, you said 7, 8s, 9s. With you having the history here that you do, what can we expect to see this week as far as big bass and big bag?
All right, I'm going to say big bass is probably going to be around 9 pounds, 4 ounces. I'll get specific if I can say that. I think somewhere in the 9-pound range. A big bag, I wouldn't be surprised to see a 29-pound bag, upper 20s.
If that angler brings it in on day 1, will that angler be able to bring it back day 2, maybe 3, or will it just be a one-shot deal, you think?
Probably not. Yeah, it's probably going to be something like an upper 20s, and then they're going to have in the high teens maybe the 2 days after that. Or they'll have like upper 20s, high teens, and then Saturday come boat traffic, they might have 10 pounds.
So with you setting in number 1, AOI, and we talked a little bit on the water, but what are you looking to do this week, Nick? Like, far as how many pounds do you need a day? Like, what's your goal this tournament? Of course, it's always to win, but
right. That was the first thing I was going to say. Goal is to win any tournament, but
of course.
The other goal is too. Any tournament that I approach, I always try to catch numbers and big fish. If you can establish a pattern where you can catch fish, just general, and then you establish another pattern where you can catch big fish. Sometimes they're the same pattern, sometimes they're different.
Sounds like today you were working on that pattern of actually catching them, right?
Well, I mean, I was in a way, but I was really looking for big fish today, and I didn't find any big ones. So it's hard to, you know, when you're only catching some small ones, but there's big ones there. It just, it could have been the day, but it's hard to, when you're not like really familiar with the water, to just be like, oh, I know I'm going to be able to do this. And
what do you think you need each day to hold on to that number 1 AOI spot?
I'm going to need to be another top 10.
What are you going to need to have? What do you need to have to be in that top 10, though?
It's hard to say.
I'm trying to gauge everybody. I don't even know like what the cut line is going to be.
I don't know either. I mean, like I said, I'm not real familiar, but after the first day, you still have 2 more days, so you can do better the next 2 days. But that first day is going to be your indicator how the next 2 days are going to play out.
Sounds like 15 pounds a day is kind of what guys are looking at. The 45 to get make that check line.
I would say that.
Oh, to be honest, I think it's going to be less. I think 13 a day will get a check. I mean, because you got to think.
Man, what was it at Wright-Patman, though?
Well,
the quality.
Yeah.
There was a consistent quality, though, at Wright-Patman.
Right.
Y'all boys brought in some.
So average
giants.
Average fish catch 3.28.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
we're going to
crazy,
see
man.
that here. Yeah. Now, this place has a lot of fish. It has giant fish, and we might see a bigger bag than we saw at Wright-Patman. But as far as maintaining that, because Wright Poutman had a quality that was maintainable, like you said.
Well, we didn't know that, right? Like
No,
that was the big
Yeah,
question. Like, can it sustain the pressure? And that lake was like, what's this, bro? Like, it absolutely
it
did.
sure could.
Right?
Yeah, that was an awesome place.
And I think that average would have been significantly higher. We had that bad hailstorm, terrible storms Friday night to Saturday. I think if it would have stabled out, we would have seen a much higher average and much bigger bads carried on to Saturday. I think that storm really hurt the overall field catch,
Right. So, like, now it sounds like here, like, if we have rain south, it goes north. So we actually, because we're in Florida, it rains 4 times a day, it seems like. And, when we went out today, we noticed the water level being down. If we get rain, will it help us? Will it help you guys? You feel like it will?
I think so, yeah. If you can get some more current, get that water flowing, it's always good on these chains of lakes.
Right on. And so, like, have you looked at the forecast at all? Do you feel good about the forecast?
I do feel good about the forecast. I always like clouds and rain. Clear blue skies are not good in Florida at all.
What do you think?
I'm not a Florida boy, but
you said it today.
Fishing in general,
he said it today. Remember on the water, and I was like, you said, hey, most people think sunny Florida, sunny fishing, good fishing. You're like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
I mean, whatever the weather throws at me. I mean,
this goes back to that laid back demeanor, man. Go with the flow. Both of y'all dudes.
You can't get all, excited about sunny weather or, rain because you can't predict that. And if it does go the wrong way, then you can't let that affect your performance. So I usually just whatever they throw at me. Sometimes I wish, like, oh, man, I wish it'd be cloudy and rainy. And then it's sunny, I do well. So it's like, you got to just let it go.
What, gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
So,
was that Frozen?
yeah, I think it was. They cast me for that, but I couldn't make it. I had NPFL stuff to do. Yeah, it was sad, man. Sad. So with the big Memorial Day weekend now, and then moving forward throughout the week, we're going to have some stragglers stay through the week. How big of a, it happened to us at Eufaula with all the pleasure boaters and everything, and then here we are back in a similar situation on Harris Chain. Is that going to play we talked about a little bit saying you think a lot of those vacationers or tourists might be out of here come Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I really think so. So this is, it's affecting practice significantly. So like I said before, it's something where you could go through a good area and not get bites, but recognizing that area could again be productive come Thursday or Friday. It's real hard to know.
We were coming through one spot today, and I saw about 45 sea-doos. It was like Hell's Angels coming through.
Yeah.
Bah, bah, bah. Is that normal? Everybody just running and gunning down here or what?
Summertime here, it's part of why I don't have a lot of experience on these Florida lakes in the summertime is because of that. But I do fish them on the weekdays when I can. But, yeah, the weekends, it's you're not going to catch the amount that you could,
Did you make a move today after we saw you? Did you hop to another pond?
No, I just stayed in that one area. I mean, one lake all day, and there's a lot, to that lake. So it's not like you can just. There's a ton of water. There's a lot of canals and backwater and all that.
So with you not having a whole lot of history down here, and but you do have a lot of fishing experience. When you come down to Florida, are you picking up those Florida techniques? Are you throwing them speed worms? Are you doing the Florida dance where they do certain things down here? Or are you still using stuff that's always worked for you? Like, how do you adjust coming into this thing?
Yeah, it's funny how you go to a different part of the country and certain things work better in certain. Most of the time, though, like the same techniques apply to different regions, but Florida has a little bit specific, like the speed worm and those prop baits and things of that nature. Those don't work all over the country like they do down here.
So does that mean you hit Fisherman Central up and got some speed worms and got some double horses?
Usually, honestly, when I go to a tournament, I usually have everything I need. I actually had to buy $300 and $400 worth of stuff
just
for this tournament because I don't have a lot of this time of year Florida baits.
Now with Florida, is it more of the profile or is it a color thing here? Because it seems like you guys are always fishing that thick, nasty grass. Mm-hmm. What's more important, profile or color?
Geez, that's a good question. Probably color.
Really?
Color.
Surprised to hear that.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I throw so many different baits and can catch fish on so many.
Will you have more than one of the same bait in a different color on the deck of your boat?
Yes.
So you'll have, say, like
Yes.
three different colored jigs or 3 different colored
Yes.
chatter baits. Yeah?
Yes.
Same way, Nick?
Yeah, for this one, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're a frog guy. You think your frog will come into play here?
I don't think so.
No?
No, they don't seem to like that slow stuff here. They like the moving, like,
Yeah.
you know, like I said, I went to Fisherman Central. Just that little stop and go stuff.
They do.
Now, you guys come down and practice and had a decent practice, right?
Yeah, you know, it's changed a lot since then. I mean, those 3 weeks, the water temperature was only 74. It's 86 now. Some places we went to was 89.
Have mercy.
Yeah, I
So
hit
that water
92.
temperature,
Did you really?
That water temperature has really skyrocketed. And some of those areas where that hydrilla was, it was like, you know, we had some good hydrilla back 3 weeks ago, and now it's like not even that good anymore. So it's changed a lot.
So, B, here's an I just pulled up the AOY standings. So
boy.
I don't have it. So I'm going to say these names in order, and you tell me, like, when we get to the bottom, who is the most, like, explosive personality?
Oh,
Right.
Okay. That's it.
Nick Provanizak,
Nice and laid back.
David Gadsden.
He can talk a little bit, but he's also laid back.
Yeah, right. Keith Carson,
Laid back, go with the flow.
John Sokup,
We all know. Yep.
and Mark Schilling.
Wow. Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? So they're
If
like,
that doesn't, and everybody has that laid back demeanor, bro. Wow.
yeah. They're like, hey, what's in front of me? I'm going to go fishing today. You know, like, there's no secret sauce. Like, you just got to figure it out.
That's interesting, though, that when you really look at it like that
it
way,
is interesting.
a lot of the personalities in the same
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I've been working on to advance my fishing career in the last 2 years is mindset. And last year I worked on having a quick memory.
Okay.
Because I used to struggle with if I'd lose a big fish in the day where I would think about it for like an hour later. I was like, if I didn't lose that, if I didn't do that. And I consciously worked on having a quick memory where I'd lose a big one and I'd say, oh, well, I lost it. You know what, at least I know I'm in the right area, or just take the positives away from that. And it has helped me tremendously.
Was it all self-taught, or did you have anything to go by, any guidance in doing this, like what you're talking about? Like what brought it on, and how did you, was it all done by yourself, or did you have outside help direct you in what you need to do?
I think where I recognized some of it was listening to podcasts,
Give me some
listening
example.
to
Like, well, what podcast? Like, the folks at home might be in the same situation as you and want to do what you're doing.
For this specific example, I can't remember
Low Budget
exactly.
Live by Luke Duncan.
Yeah, I think I was listening to Low Budget by Luke. And someone was talking about how when you get to a certain point in your career, it's not so much bait-oriented. So we can be confused by baits. If you go on social media, we're constantly being sold, the new bait, the new this. And it's not always that often, besides like Alabama rig, and there are certain baits that do produce, but typically, like now we're talking about a speedworm. Speedworm's been around for 20 years, right?
Like the devil horse too, like
And the devil's horse, right? So many of these baits that win tournaments have been around forever, and it's not the bait; it's how you use them, and which comes down to mindset. And how you see the lake, and there's different ways to phrase it.
It's crazy with the confidence. Like, I could be into a 7.5 red shad. That is my go-to, and you could just be. But I think, like you said, when you have that confidence in something and you build it up into it,
yeah, that's it.
So where would you go to buy those baits, guys? Like, where would you, Nick? Where would you maybe think about going? And the reason I'm bringing this up is I failed to mention this at the beginning. Stop 3 Harris Chain is presented by Fisherman Central.
Right
So
on.
great relationship with all those guys. I know, Nick, you're in tight with them. Dude, they have so much stuff. Like, there's nothing here we've said that they don't carry, and their online store is fire, right?
Phenomenal.
I was up there a couple of months ago, and up there on Erie, Catawba, for the new grand opening of theirs. Fisherman Central up there now. So for you guys around Lake Erie, there's a Fisherman Central up there, over 30,000 square foot.
Wow.
90%, probably over 90%
Yeah.
is bass fishing stuff.
Yeah.
They do have some walleye stuff. They're coming in with live bait and things of that nature for you guys out there. But you have never walked into, I promise you, you have never walked into a tackle store and seen this kind of selection. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It really is overwhelming. But
It's got everything.
thankful for having Fisherman Central on board.
Yeah, no, I thanks to Dan and all the guys up there, Dave, for jumping on
Dan
board,
and
presenting
David,
this
sure.
event. So,
Adam.
Yeah, super excited about all that. Adam's
he's in there. He's a ball-headed guy at the register.
Thanks, Adam.
He's always
Didn't mean to derail the conversation, but I know me and Dan would have a chat after this, like, hey, man, like,
Yeah, Trish, yeah.
you know, come on, bro. But anyway, phenomenal place, and we're super excited to have them in a partnership. That they are a season sponsor, but they stepped up to present this event, so we're super happy to have them on board. So every bait you guys have mentioned, I'm like, check, they got it. And they got it's a cool place for tournament tackle and then just general fishing tackle as well. So there are stores who have a bunch of stuff, but it's not like the quality stuff that you're looking for, right? Like, and they have a way to get it when everybody else has been out of stuff. I'm like, hey, man.
FishermanCentral.com. That's a good thing about Fisherman Central, because you go to FishermanCentral.com, you make an order. They're going to go out there and pick your order probably that day. It'll be shipped out the next day. Like, it's like that. And it's over here closer to the East Coast. Unlike some of the other guys, we all know how the mail service is now. The mail service is crazy. You never know when you're going to get your package. The closer to
Free shipping.
Nice.
Right on.
Boom.
Nice.
I mean, that's automatic. I don't think I've ever had a fishing order
their
under 50
JDM
bucks.
selection
Yeah, I
is strong.
know.
Yeah.
The JDM selection is
I
nice.
got
Yeah.
some of the frogs. Like I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I like to ask. It's cool being where I'm at, because I'm like, hey, man, like, if you can only pick one frog, what is it? And he's like, oh, the Kyra, no doubt. Went on. They had them. I'm like, ordered them up. It's perfect.
Yeah. That jackall, man, that thing.
See?
And you know why?
That must be the same. Oh, it's three tails. Two short ones, one long one in the back?
No, not that one.
Oh, that
No.
one. Dude, that one just pop,
No.
pop, pop. She walks, son. For a popper, it's great. I'm sorry.
No, that's a good. The part of why I like that frog is it's one of the best walking frogs. And as Nick mentioned earlier, in Florida, our fish don't like baits that sit still as much. That's not necessarily true, okay, but for the most part, they like it moving.
Yeah.
And for me, even with a frog, it's the same thing. I don't throw a frog and ever just sit there. Like Florida, it's like, you know, it's
They seem to
walking.
be,
Yeah.
you know, we were talking about this a couple of days ago. You won't, but they get on it. When they go to eat it, they get on it.
Right. Is it your phone?
That was emergency. Question here real quick that came across the stream. How important in this event is boat draw? And remember, not boat draw, because remember the way the format works.
Right.
You earn your long day.
And for the folks at home, like some of the guys are going to be locking through. The lock is only 9 boats at a time, and we're going to have a lot of pleasure boats. There's a larger amount of pleasure.
That you would want to probably be in the middle of the pack. That way you have 2 long days, because having one short day is going to probably be hard to lock. I mean, especially if you have to be in first flight at 2:30. You know, that's going to be a really short day. But if you have 2 medium days, 3:30, you know, that might help you if you're planning on locking and going a far distance. But
What's a far distance here? Like what's
like Griffin or a Popka. Those would be your far ones.
It's crazy because, like, I'll be out there doing your on-the-water coverage. I'll be able to hop in Griffin, and instead of making that hour and a half around, I can just put the boat on the trailer and just go across the road and hop in the lake over there and find, you know. So
you'll be there before we will.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So and that's what we were talking about, too. So I can actually, at launch in the morning, you guys launch out, and then we go over there. We're over there waiting an hour for you guys to get to us, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe jerking on a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody likes those jokes, Brad.
I want to ask a quick question. With you winning, and then with you as the leader of AOI, for folks at home you don't know, TNPFL.com is where you can watch all 21 hours of live coverage, and you can also watch it on YouTube Live. So where I'm going is, you guys go home and watch on YouTube. Do you go back and just try to pick apart what you could do better? Do you guys watch yourselves on there and try to – because both of you all have been on camera and everything.
Yeah.
Like, do you go back and watch the footage?
I did, but I try not to. I don't like to watch myself on camera. I like to, when I'm in the moment, I want to feel as free as I can. And if I watch myself, I will critique myself. I'm a perfectionist to every, especially fishing. I'm just a perfectionist. So I can, get in my own head.
How about you, Nick? Do you go back and watch stuff and try to learn from it or anything?
Well, I'm doing the social media videos for Fisherman Central, so I'm kind of forced to watch myself when we're making the videos and all that. So yeah, I actually enjoy it.
So do you catch yourself learning or trying to? I could probably have done that different, or do you actually pick things up from it?
You know what? The last two events were like my strong suit, so I feel like I don't have like too many holes in those,
You're leading AOI
in those games. So like,
I'll shut up.
Like when I'm watching myself flip, and I'm like, there wasn't many things that I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. No.
Yeah, it seems like you've been making all the right decisions.
Yeah.
So you're AOI leader. You're right there, bro. So moving forward, looking at where is your trap event? Like, where's the event you're like, man, I've really got to figure it out. There's a couple, because we got some diversity coming up in the schedule.
See, he's going to say, if you ask him that question before every event,
right,
he's going to say
this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how he rolls.
I was going to say, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
sports psychologist.
Try to answer his question.
Yeah, every event's going to be.
Yeah.
There's nothing, the time of the year that we go to these events, it's not like you have a ton of history at those times of the year. I've been to Pickwick before, but I've never been there in the middle of July. I've been to Grand Lake, but I've never been there in the fall. So those fisheries are going to fish completely different.
And you said this was fishing different 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. It was like, a lot different. Like you said, you had 75-degree water. Now you got 85 to 89, 90. I mean, there's a big difference in that. And the grass is like, different, and everything's different. Mm-hmm. But yeah, time of year, fisheries change. I mean, even my home lakes, there's so many different things that you do throughout the year from spring, summer, and fall that if you didn't have any experience at all in the summer doing it, then it's going to be all new to you.
Right.
Even the whole lake's going to be new to you.
True story.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Before we do, anybody at home you want to say hey to? Any sponsors you want to thank or anything?
Yeah, Fisherman Central and all my other sponsors like Booyah, Yum, the whole Pradco crew there, and Bahio Sunglasses, and AFCO.
Awesome, man. Keith, say hi to anybody and sponsor anything you want to do.
Yeah, thanks to Boo Garcia, Lawrence, Crestliner, especially KCC Painting, my brother's company, best painting company in Central Florida. And then thanks my entire family and Natalie and Margie, Bob, everybody, Dad, Mom.
At Pravana Zach on Instagram, Keith Carson on Instagram, and the same thing when it goes to the other socials. Brian Tyler. Appreciate it, fellas. Y'all did good.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
All right, guys, like we said, this event was presented by Fisherman Central. Got some big announcements coming up here on Wednesday, announcing a new sponsor. That's going to be big time, big deal for the NPFL.
Oh, thanks, sir.
We want to thank the City of Leesburg, the Greater Orlando Sports Commission,
Table himself.
Lake County, Florida. Great host, guys. Like,
This place is awesome.
This place is, everyone's been super nice.
It's beautiful
And,
down here, too.
Yeah, man. Like, it's very, we were on the water today, and we're just like, man, this is like,
When you get close, man, you start seeing the Spanish moss and all that. Like, you're like, oh.
it's very, like, throwback almost, right? Very fishy place. But, we had a great partnership with the Greater Orlando Sports Commission. They were the ones who enabled us to come here. Lindsay and all the people there. And then the Chambers, the City of Leesburg. They turned Venetian Gardens over for us and said, hey, man, this is yours. Do Confident at the Mission Resort.
Bro.
The LPGA qualifying series, the Cementer series is there this week. So we're rubbing elbows with all the pretty people.
Oh, yeah, they
And,
fancy folks.
yeah.
And then I roll up in a daggone 2000 F-350 with a 87 big red three-wheeler in the back of it. And
Show off.
You brought the three-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sat in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I'm going to get out there and hole number 9. Wah, bah, 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 bah. All right, folks, here we go, man. Brian Tyler, Landon Tucker.
Yes, sir.
My man right here knows a little bit about down here. And you got some experience down here, too, don't you, Landon?
A little bit.
A little bit. Brian, how's practice going?
Today was pretty good.
I had a good many bites. Did accidentally catch one that was about 4 pounds, but I don't know.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I did. It was an accident. I promise it was an accident.
Listen, man, the pug would be mad. How do you accidentally catch him?
So, I mean, and I'm like, I got a few bites. I said, I kind of need to see what one looks like. And lo and behold, the one time that I decided to throw in there with a hook, it's a 4 pounder.
There you go.
So that's an accident.
That's good, right?
Yeah, but then the 2 after that was only like a pound.
Not though, far as big, small. You think somebody's going to find a wad of bigs?
Man, I think it's going to be tough. From what I'm seeing, they're scattered.
What's your experience here on Harris, just Florida in general? Like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, I moved to Florida last year, but I live on the Kissimmee chain, and I'm still trying to figure that one out. But,
I heard.
I've been here a few times with opens, but not real regular. So it's going to be a learning experience for me, too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What about your experience, Landon?
Well, Eufaula and Seminole are both the closest lakes to me, but actually Harris Chain is 10 minutes closer than Eufaula is for me. So,
oh wow,
I come down here quite a bit. I've been down there probably 4 or 5 times this year already. As between us going everywhere else, I've gotten to sneak down here a couple of times with some of my buddies and just go. We were bed fishing in January a lot here, so
okay. So you were bed fishing here in January?
Yeah. We didn't bed fish here in December.
Well, do you think anybody can still see them on bids now?
No, they're done. They've been done.
Maybe a tilapia.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
It's funny because I could have some other guys on this podcast tomorrow night that would disagree with you guys.
Let them disagree.
All right.
I think they're wrong.
All right. All right. When do you think they were done spawning?
A month ago. Maybe a month and a half, probably.
All right, man. So with how this thing is setting up, and then we're having BPT here the other week, what do you see it taking to win this thing?
60.
60
to win and 36 to 39 to get a check.
Whoa. I think we're going to hear something different right here. Brian, what do you think?
I'm saying 17 a day.
17 a day.
To win?
So that's about 814. What is 17?
114 days. I think they're going to
45 plus
The reason I
51?
say that, the reason I think there's going to be some big bags coming in. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I just don't think they're going to do it consistently.
No.
Man.
No. Someone will bust high 20s and back it up with 10, probably. I mean, it could be. These fish are so finicky
What's
here.
our big fish for the year right now is 615, right?
Yep.
Okay. Are we going to beat
us?
Yeah, you will lose that here.
What do you think big fish will be?
I'm saying at least 9.
No?
Yeah, 9.
And from the sounds of things, like it wouldn't be nothing to see some guys bring in some 7s and 8s.
No.
Oh, no.
7s, 8s, 6s are definitely common.
Right on.
Yes.
What are they going to come on? Is everybody flipping? Everybody just flipping and throwing them daggone chatter blades?
Yeah, I mean, that little ordeal last week kind of informed people a lot of stuff.
Do you think it'll send some people in? Some people will be bird dogging on that when other guys are off doing the other thing?
I am.
Yeah.
No, I found a couple little things off the wall things today.
Are they fighting over there or what?
They might be. You want to go back?
They get rowdy. Yeah. Somebody said.
You don't know. He does not. He's not from around here. He does not understand how sensitive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody harmed any man.
They will shut the whole league down, bro.
My apologies. I'm already in trouble. I told you.
If they found out he brings a 3-wheeler, they'd be all right.
Yeah, exactly. I'll pull my shirt off and unleash the beast. I'll take the mayor for a ride.
The authorities, they will be in here in a second. Be like, Mr.
joke,
Newton, just come.
Yes.
Like we don't joke about manatees.
No more manatee joke. I love me a good manatee.
Yeah, but as far as
don't do it.
But back to the deal last week. That's the second time that this has happened where they're here a week before us.
Oh yeah, right.
And if they wouldn't have been there the week before us, the last one, I think me and Sukup would have ran away with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you guys were already on that stuff. What you guys saw didn't persuade you. You guys were already on that path.
Yeah, when we went to Eufaula, there's somebody, I think John said it or something, that there's 1 week out of the year where you follow, we'll get one shallow, and the rest of it's on them piles.
Right on.
You know, their BFL there last weekend I fished. We got one on piles.
Well, let's talk about here, like, because you got everybody, you got everything here. These guys are fishing walls, they're fishing brush, they're fishing grass, they're fishing shell beds.
There's piles here.
Okay, so
lots of.
can there be one on piles here?
No, you can catch fish off of them. I caught fish off of them today. I don't care, whatever. Yeah, I caught fish off piles today. They weren't good.
Don't get defensive, man. You're good.
But no, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I'm glad he's mad at you, fat cat. Not me.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all.
No, you're good. You're allowed to catch them, man. Ain't nobody mad at you.
Yeah.
So you caught them on the brush piles.
Yeah.
What pattern do you think it'll be one on? Not giving your juice up. You think it'll
I
grass?
I ain't got the winning fish by any means.
But you said it wasn't going to be on piles. What do you think it will be on?
It'll be. It's probably have to have a combination of stuff with flipping and some deep stuff, deeper.
What do you think, Brian?
I think the same.
Same thing.
I mean, the grass. I don't know if it's going to hold out 3 days.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? The flipping. I mean, you get an area that's got fish, and see, I noticed that like in Kissimmee, in a little lake we fished there called, you fish a certain area, you don't fish 200 yards, and then all of a sudden there's a streak of fish, and they're liable to go for 50 yards. And
We heard the same thing.
That's what happened at
Patman.
Patman. Yeah, same thing at Patman.
So I'll throw this to the group. This includes you, B, because I took you out today. We showed you around, gave you the lowdown.
Yeah.
Think about what happened last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. The wind blew here so bad that a lot of stuff was it wasn't unfishable. The fish weren't there because of various reasons. The same thing is happening this week, guys, with the boat
rain.
traffic. The boat traffic, right? Like I know there are places that guys will not practice because they can't get on it, and there's places that the fish will not get that they want to be because of what's going on Memorial Day weekend.
Well, they're there. They just won't bite. When that water gets turned up,
you got multiple factors. Low water, right? The water is low. Like it's from when I've been here this time of year, it's low.
I'm going to ask a dumb question.
Yeah.
Is it low in every pond? Is it low in every lake of the hair? Like right now, I know where we went today was Griffin. It was low in there. Is it low in all of them?
It'll be low on all of them, but it'll vary how low based on which lake you're on. Is that accurate? I mean,
Yeah, but I think what they do is they're preparing for the rainy season. They can only let so much water loose at a time. Now, that's the way Kissimmee chain works. So they drop our lakes down really, really low in preparation for the rainy season.
We had a gully washer here yesterday.
so I'll tell you but that was just a little.
Yeah, that's Florida.
Yeah,
Happens
but
2 or 3
you're
times a
talking
day.
like I probably didn't even register. Like it may have been a tenth of an inch.
But it'll be like every afternoon.
Yes.
They'll have rain every afternoon for weeks, and then
Right on.
But I'll be honest, Brian, like that's why I think 17 a day, they're going to blow it out of the water. It's 54 pounds if my math is correct. 54 pounds a day. 54 pounds wins this tournament. Dude, 54 pounds will be in like 10th place. Like, because I think the fish are going to be
54 pounds won't even get a check.
I think.
Okay,
I mean, let's make a beer bet.
Hey, well, listen, I'll tell you. You know, like here, 2 years ago, just like Harris. Harris was full of hydrilla, offshore hydrilla. Hey, listen, I fished a Fish for the Men tournament here with Scott Siller. We had one that was over 8 pounds, and as we brought him to the boat, there were 5 or 6 more with it trying to take out its mouth. I'm telling you, but the grass, the hydrilla is gone. And the shell beds that was in that, there's shell beds there, but there's nothing around it.
They silted in.
It's silt, it's just goop.
Yep, absolutely. I think.
I mean, the fish are still here.
I think this is allowing those fish to freshen up. Is my point, right? Is they're not getting beat on.
I feel like this rain's going to help us. Going to drop the water temperature.
Well, it's going to drop it and it's going to raise it. And dude, I think that's going. I think when we get to Thursday, Friday, when Luke and I don't know if that post has went up yet about who our commentator is. So
he said it on a podcast.
He did, but we haven't announced it. So what he says don't count until we say it. It's not official.
Gotcha.
So Dudley has a BPT event. He's not going to be with us in studio. So we brought in a special guest.
He's been hanging out on the beach with his toes in the sand.
Oh, dude, eating oysters in the sand, right?
Ugly toes.
But
too.
I think when they're talking about it this week, I think all those factors, in retrospect, looking at it now, it's easy when I'm not in the field, right? Like when we're not in the field, things look different than what you guys are seeing, been out there jamming around on it. But my point is that I think the things that we see now we're out there experiencing, you don't realize it until you get past it and you look back and go, well, that was a big deal.
Yeah, and like I said, also this this weekend, being an awesome weekend that it is.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going to be, and as the weekend progresses, you're going to see more and more boat traffic.
Oh, yeah, bro.
So that's going to be kind of counterweighting what we're talking about.
Yep.
So, I mean, you got benefits to the rain, the weather, this, that, but then you also got – so I'm kind of trying to take a happy medium.
I think it's going to be a perfect storm. I think this is another Wright Patman event shaping up to be –
Dude, I didn't drive
Blow
all
your
these
socks.
miles to see 54 pounds. I can tell you all that right now.
Listen, if we do that, you're all fired. We're going to disband the league. That's what, shut it down. Ain't happening, bro.
Yeah, I think today actually helped some because that'll get us prepared for Saturday.
Imagine you're going to have more boat traffic next Saturday than you do on Memorial Day weekend.
This
Saturday.
is going to be the week, yeah.
Right. So if you can handle it this Saturday, you know what I mean? If you were out
we
here,
didn't see that much today. Hey, so this third event, man.
Yeah.
We talked to you before we even kicked this thing off down there at UFAL in January. Yep. What's this whole experience like, man? Like
It's been awesome. It's everyone's been really really supportive of it. There were people who were very skeptical about me doing this to begin with, and now after UFAL, obviously that went very well. Do this at a professional level in this.
How old are you?
26 now.
26. Brian, how old are you, if you want me asking?
51.
51.
pups.
Now, how about you, though, going into tournament number 3, but we're here at NPFL, man. What's the vibe like? Like, what's your take on NPFL, what we're doing? Not just honest.
And I'll step in here because, dude, we've got some, you know what I mean? Like, we worked to get this done, right? Like, this wasn't just Brian didn't call me up and blah, 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 and it happened.
I didn't
like,
think you guys'
had a lot of
relationship.
things. Yeah, I had a lot of things come up, to where but I'm very fortunate I did because this is an awesome tool. I'm telling you, it is awesome now. And and the truth be known, I hadn't been fishing that long because I've bow hunted all my life. And then 5 years ago is when I started fishing.
So you went to making a different kind of string music. You were like that, now you're like.
Correct. See, so I mean, it's like I don't have that many years experience doing this, but I mean, I'm pretty dedicated to what I do. And I hate to lose. And it seems like the last 2 tournaments, I'm about 2 pounds out of a check.
But you, dude, I can see it, and you're 51, right? But I see the angler in you evolving because you figured a little something out that you got stronger at Patman. And I was like, man, if you'd have figured that a day earlier, you wouldn't just cash a check, bro. Like, you might have cashed a really good check. Because that was something the locals were telling us, the guy who figures that out, what you did, because I don't think there were a whole lot of guys doing that.
Do we talk
I
about
want to know what he did.
Go ahead. Tell Pug to be quiet.
It's on that water moccasin pattern. I hate to admit it, it does
Happens
happen
to the best of us.
occasionally.
Doesn't happen to me. But.
There was a couple of water moccasins in the bush, so I'm water behind them bushes. So I started fishing that stretch of clear water, and that's where they just laid up.
Almost 20, right? 19 and some change.
13, something like that.
Dang.
So
I don't know how much I can say, but it sounds like that. Yeah, that sets up similar.
So was
something
that
similar to that could set up here though?
It could.
With behind
most
the.
definitely.
Yeah, it could.
Bushes, there was about a 4 to 5 foot stretch. It was a different shade. I mean, it was all muddy. Primarily, when you went down the bank, everybody had this looks great. Let's fish it. So then I'm like, I'm not doing that today. I'm fishing the second best thing and trying to get as far back.
Anglers want to go back there so bad, they said they're going to pay us double entry fees for the same money.
Let's not get crazy. Yeah.
And every person who says that, right, Patman?
Man, when you get in them bushes like that, I mean, everybody's losing them.
Yeah,
You can't get them out.
I had them at the boat.
Everybody had a big fish story.
It's and dude, I'm not joking. Like you're exact. I think every guy in the field, like, dude, I lost a 10, like, or I caught a 10, or I lost a 9. I had my hands on them, and like this isn't like it was a big one. Like, dude, I had my hands on him in the bush and just couldn't get him out. I couldn't even get my hands on him and get him out of the bush.
It was such a cool place.
Yeah, man, it really over delivered in my opinion.
I'll tell you, like day 2, I came in and those fish were on the beds. I flipped in and I had one hung up in the bush that came off. This fish weighed 483 because, what's his name that had the autistic
Stu Martell.
Stu Martell.
Yep.
All right, he came in the same cove I was in about an hour later, and I was going to slip back over there, and I was going to see if I could get her to bite again later, and he called it right at
Same fish.
yeah. That's
I heard this story.
because it had a big hole toward the side of its mouth.
I guess so. It's probably 2 holes since he lost it too.
It's funny, man, because we heard guys say, like, I lost one on a tree or, because it's very specific, or a big root ball or whatever it was, and I would slide off of it, and I'd turn around and someone would be on it, and I watched them catch the fish that I just lost 5 minutes ago.
Dude, they were so
we've
mean.
done that in Santee. When they get on the bed and they get locked in, it might take a
much of that, and you were on the water a lot, B, for that event, man, and it's not that big, so you were able to scoot around.
We saw a lot of guys sitting in one spot.
How much of it was actual bedding fish that you just couldn't see because the water was really muddy?
Well, you couldn't see them on the bed.
No, but I mean, looking at it now, how much of it was actual bedding fish paired up, nest protecting?
Like in Rochelle around them islands, when you guys do circles around them islands.
Yeah, probably 80.
They're bedded up under that brush. It was funny because here's the deal. I can talk about it now because I saw it happen with my own eyes. We sat there and watched Keith Carson on, I want to say it was day 1. Maybe it was day 1. Keith Carson working around one of those islands on Rochelle, and he was at the front of the boat and then flipped, jacked one and missed. So then he ran to the back of the boat, flipped over there twice, and missed it twice. Said, we'll leave her alone. I'll come back to it. Hit the waypoint. Well, the next morning, we're over there looking at everything, and here comes Hosenheisel. Hoheisel. He comes around. Same exact tree, same exact spot. Flips in there. Thump. Same. Another good one. But it seemed like they were, like you bedded on the edge of that brush or up in that thick, nasty stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's where
What do you guys?
nastier the better.
What do you guys think about the, like, were you standing in AOI? What do you got to do to improve on that? Like, where, because obviously the last dude.
You got to get over that 2-pound mark, man. Something's killing me on
Where
that.
you at right now on the points?
5th. Honest to goodness, I don't know.
Okay, well, Landon?
37.
Because I know I need to be better.
Right. What are you like making adjustments to do things better?
Oh, yeah, man. Everything I do is to do better. I mean, that's part of life.
Well, let me ask you this while we're talking about, you're just doing it for 5 years. Is there anything in particular you watch or anybody, any person or people in particular you watch on television or YouTube or anything to?
Man, I'm going to tell you, see, now, if you were playing golf, everybody in the world wants to tell you what you're doing wrong and try to help you. You start competitive fishing, you better don't believe a third of what you hear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a completely different game.
Hey, Brian,
you know?
we were
And
talking
I've been down
about.
that road.
Imagine if guys were like, "Hey, Brian, like you may golf swing, like, hey, man, I think you're a little inside at the top." Imagine that, like on like flipping, like, "Hey, Brian, I think your elbow's a little flying out there, man, on your flip." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen, does
No,
it? I mean,
not at all.
You're like, man, you're terrible.
So, I mean, this one, now I've had some people help me with my electronics and things like that to show me a little
You watch
bit.
anything? Any television shows? Anything? YouTube channels? Things
Man,
of that
I'm going to
nature?
tell you, the best thing you can do is I fish 5 and 6 days a week.
My man.
You know what I'm saying?
There it
That's
is.
what I do.
Nice.
You know, when I started, it was because of my son, and he wanted to fish tournaments, so we started together. And like I said, I don't like to lose. I went every day for almost a month before the first tournament. Well, we won the tournament, and then we were both hooked. And then after a while, it got to be work because the pre-practice, he just wanted to go do the catching and not the practice. So then I was hooked, and here I am.
How old is he?
That's awesome.
How old is the boy?
28.
20. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Landon's
but
age.
this- yeah.
What do you watch? You watch anything in particular? Like, I know, like,
Live, dude. You can't get. There's not a better teacher on this planet for fishing than any live coverage.
It changed the
and
game.
on the water. I mean, it did change the game, but on the water experience is definitely key. But the live deal, if you're not able to go at a time, you watch replays of live, like anything that's on live that week.
that's why I love that. I'm so glad we're doing what we're doing here. 21 hours of live coverage, TNPFL.com, and also on the National Professional Fishing League YouTube channel, streaming live Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's awesome. Like you said, there's no – once that camera's on you, we got some guys that don't want a camera on them.
Well, now I
don't
will
know
say,
why you
I do need to clarify something. Now, since I
Uh-oh.
moved to Florida, I bought a house. I've been doing a lot of work, so I ain't been 5 and 6 days here lately. When I started, for the first
Dude.
probably 2 years, I was there 5
When
and
we
6
were
days.
going through our courtship, as I'll call it, with Brian and the TNPFL, I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm fishing. I was like, man, I need to get my life right, man. You know what I mean? But I want to enter. It's a question that we had earlier, and I didn't get to it. Halfway through the season, after this event, we'll be halfway done. Road to the championship.
Already.
Which is going to be where?
That's a good question.
Do we find out this week?
No.
Oh.
Bro,
try.
you may not find out until it's time to go.
Have you ever heard of the Ohio River?
Dude.
I think
It was on the
try
list.
And get to
Hey,
be 20.
Kissimmee chain would be awesome.
So, halfway through, first time doing it at this level, live stream cameras, Luke, Dudley. Have you guys had a moment yet? Have you had that moment?
Fat Cat.
Oh, Fat Cat, live streaming.
I wouldn't say it's a moment, but, man, my biggest problem is at this level, I'm going to be honest, in the first 2 tournaments, it took me a couple of days to get my nerves where they needed to be. It's not that I'm scared of anybody else or scared of the competition. It's more like, I question me more than anything else. I want to do good. I try to do good. But there's always that,
Do I belong here?
do I belong here?
What do you think? Do you?
I think if I can break this 2-pound mark, I see it. It's
Landon?
coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
That's a very good question, Brad.
Dude, that y'all gonna make me cry here. Dude, that last day you fall on stage, man, that was it.
Man, I think it's been eye-opening to me to see the growth of all you guys. We're in the box checking business, right? We're in the box checking business of, is there room for another league? We didn't answer that. I didn't. Fat Cat, Dave, none of us did. You guys answered that, right? And I think as we start checking those boxes off, dude, we're just getting started. And I'm super proud of the guys we have, like you guys, who care so much about us and each other. And like you said, Brian, you're Omer's credit, bro. There's nothing I'm going to tell you like, hey, man, you need to pick it up. You're like, yep, me too. You're better than 50-something, right? But there's a whole lot of dudes who are out there going, I'm better than 60-something. I'm better than 100-something. And the thirst and the drive of all these guys is very, very impressive. And just all this, right? And you guys coming on, and it's been awesome. And I think that this is going to be a great event.
I think so.
I'm mad at you. I'll be honest with you. You're not getting a Christmas card this year because of the 54-pound comment. But if you're right, if you're right, I'll make it right with you. I promise you that.
Yeah.
We can put a beer wager on it.
Dude, all day long.
Okay.
What do you sip on? What do you like?
Ultra.
Ultra. You got to watch that.
Yeah.
You gain a little. You're almost over 100 pounds, so you might want to watch out.
45 though.
Dude, let's talk about the daggone square table, man.
What you want to
You
know?
and Pug. So is that you and Pug, basically you, Pug, and
Richard Cooper.
Richard Cooper. Then you guys get Nugent involved and Landon on there and everybody else. Like you guys are doing real good.
Well, see,
It's funny.
we were doing really good as far as until I moved to Florida.
Oh, you messed it up.
See, man, I'm telling you, I'm paying $178 a month for internet, and I can't even live stream. It's killing me.
For you
So-
folks at home that don't know, man, the square table is something that's on Pug Clements Fishing. They started making. We started doing the round table. These fellas felt left out. They feel left out, but they wanted their own deal. So they went and made the square table. And like I say, Pug Clements Fishing, these dudes get on there. Some of them are about 15 minutes. Some of them run an hour. Each one gets better, longer, and more organized, which I like it when it's
Hey, I really like these headsets. Can we borrow these?
fancy, right?
Can we borrow these?
Unicorn ones,
These
little
are
Miss
good.
Kitty. But yeah, the square table stuff is. These boys get on there. It's a great time, man.
Had Chauncey on last night.
Had Chauncey on there last night. Y'all had a good time with him, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a good time.
It's always a good time. You know, as long as the internet's working, it's really good.
Yeah, y'all a bunch of knuckleheads on there. They went to Dollar General store, bought a bunch of frozen headphones.
And I'm telling you, they don't
They
work
had them
any-
last night. They had the frozen headphones.
I think I figured out the problem. We got to plug them in.
We're going to lose viewers. They're going to watch y'all stuff. But y'all almost, they do it. Y'all do it,
We did it every night on practice, and then during the tournament night. Now, you can tell during tournament nights everybody's kind of tired. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we try to do it, and then we try to do it once a week on Thursday night. But like I said, it seems to be a Richard Cooper and Pug Clemens and.
But you guys
whoever
have
they-
other anglers on it. I just like the brotherhood, the camaraderie.
Michelle was on there. She did an awesome
Michelle,
job.
yeah.
Yeah, because Brad was upstairs listening through the floor.
I was like, no, you didn't.
But it's a good deal.
It is hilarious. I'll sit whenever y'all do it, whenever we're all at home or whatever. I'll sit there and listen to it, man. I'll laugh my butt off.
I'll watch it. I'll sit there and watch it. I'll laugh it, and I'll send Luke a link, or you know what I mean. He'll send me something. But yeah, we love it, man. We really do love it. Y'all make a dog laugh. It's good stuff.
I just got to get some internet.
Dude, me and you subscribe to the same internet provider because it's horrible
my
at my
goodness.
house.
Is it really?
Oh, my goodness, dude.
This is the first time we've been able to run a good live without having an interruption.
But it's kind of a toss-up. You know, there's kind of a trade-off. The fishing where I live at is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
There
dude.
you go.
See,
Wi-Fi fishing.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You got anything else? Folks, we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Landon, tell the people at home if you want to thank anybody, holler at any sponsors, tell them where to find you. If you want, what you want for Christmas, whatever.
Southern Steel Erectors, NBSC, Live Oak Plantation. Can't thank you guys enough for everything y'all done for me. And we're just going. I'm ready to go out there and
Where
catch
can they follow you at?
follow me on Facebook, Landon Tucker Fishing, Instagram, Landon_Tucker1. That's about all I got. But
Brian Tyler, he's got all kind of social media stuff. This guy's
dude.
all over the place.
Go ahead, Brian.
Well, thank your sponsors, man, and tell them where to follow
Yeah, I
you.
want to thank Cash and Rods and Skeeter Boats and Marshall's Marine. And I just want to, they helped me get where I'm at here today.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, and
Where can they
just
follow you?
huh?
Where can they follow
They can
you?
follow me on Brian Tyler Fishing, Instagram and Facebook.
And make sure y'all check out.
Yeah,
the
and
daggone-
check out the Square Table on Thursday night.
I told
Where do
Pug-
they check it out at? Go ahead and tell them.
on Pug's Facebook.
Yeah, on Pug Clemens
Clemens
Fishing.
Fishing.
Pug Clements Fishing.
Pug's hogging all the views on his page.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's wanting us to share it, but he's wanting to get the
It'd be
views
like
of-
Brad Fuller doing on Brad.
Round table, just to make them a little famous.
Yeah, there he goes. We've said his name more than anybody else's.
Y'all do a good job on it, man. Seriously. Y'all are doing good here. I know both of y'all are going to have a good tournament. And look for it. Come on, man. Positivity attracts positivity. Brian,
Yes, sir,
always a
man.
pleasure, my friend. Fat Cat Newton, Brian Tyler, Landon Tucker. Here we are, man. Roundtable number chain of lakes. I'm Fat Cat Newton. I'm your host.